afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in to our Crossroads Daily live broadcast from Crossroads Community Church. Had a good Cowboy Church last night. Appreciate everybody come out to that. We started the Liberty Matrix, little study in that. We'll be doing that the next few. It'll probably be quite a few Monday nights on that. So I thought that went well and enjoyed the video we watched on that. Today we're going to start. We wasn't on yesterday. We had a lot going on and didn't get on. But Connor was also in a class yesterday, so he's the one that runs our stuff, which Steve offered, but was already later on afternoon and wrapping up. So anyhow, good to see you guys. And we was eating. Yeah, I got hungry. We went down to Sweet Perks and grabbed a sandwich. So anyhow, good. Again, thanks for tuning in. Please share this broadcast with your friends on Facebook. We're going to be in Luke chapter 1, and this is about where the angel appeared to Mary and telling her about, the angel Gabriel telling her about that she was going to become pregnant with a child and who Jesus, what he was going to carry in giving birth to Jesus. Elizabeth, her cousin, was in the 6th month carrying John the Baptist, and we're going to pick up here in verse 28. Gabriel appeared, this is Luke 1:28. Gabriel appeared to her, said, "Greetings, favored woman, the Lord is with you." And also I want to tell you that the Lord will give you that greeting every day because you are favored, and maybe you're a man. He'll say, "Greetings, favored man or favored woman," and the Lord is with you. And this was a specific greeting, of course, for Mary about carrying Jesus, but because now Jesus has went to the cross and been resurrected and sit at the right hand of the Father, he's with us every single day, night. He never leaves us. Right. He says he'll never leave you nor forsake you. And so this confused Mary, it said, and disturbed her, and she didn't understand what was going on. And he told her, "Don't be afraid. You found favor with God." Well, also I want to tell you today, don't be afraid. Remember, it's faith over fear. You have found favor with God through his son, Jesus Christ. It's not because you go to a church, and I hope that you all attend church, that listen. I know a lot of people listen from out of state or out of this area and don't come here, but you found favor with God. Despite what church you belong to, attend, or work through, or serve, you need to find a good church and serve and work in it.
Yes.
But you have found favor with God through his son. So I know a lot of times we feel like we're all alone in this world. Mm-hmm. Nobody understands us. And you're right. Nobody can understand but God. He understands exactly what you're going through, what you're feeling, what you're up against. And you have found favor with him. So they told him that she was going to bear a son and to name him Jesus. And so she kind of questioned, "I don't understand. I'm a virgin." He told her the Holy Spirit would come upon her and da-da-da. Verse 36 says, "What's more, your relative Elizabeth has become pregnant in her old age." So she was up in age, not just like 50.
I'm so thankful he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah. How'd you be 70 years old?
No, I don't want no baby at 70.
So she said she's pregnant. People used to say she is barren, but she's conceived a son. Now in her 6th month. For nothing is impossible with God. And that's what I want to talk about today. We all sometimes face impossible in our eyes or our finances or whatever it is for us to take care of the situation. So, Kelly, what's something that you faced in your life that seemed impossible, but you saw God turn that impossible into the possible on your behalf?
When my daughter got pregnant, her freshman year of college was a very difficult time for me and a very difficult time for our family. And I saw nothing good coming from that at the moment. I was devastated. She was devastated. We were all in shock. But as I've watched Canaan grow and as I've watched my daughter grow, I have seen God in his life so many times and in our lives as he's protected us from certain things that could have gone wrong or could have happened. I've seen God. And then when my dad passed away, I saw no way to live without my dad. I mean, he was my rock. He was my comfort, and he was my strength. And I've just seen his hand completely at work so many times since my dad passed away.
Cool. And it is God. For nothing is impossible with God. It's, for man, there's a lot of things that's not possible for us, but with God, nothing's impossible. And God will show up in every circumstance if you'll just trust him and you'll realize he is with you. And, what we look at, it's hopeless or nothing can change. Or, our country, for example, we talked about this last night. It looks hopeless now in the country. It looks like, we went and floated the river on Saturday, and man, there's a lot of stuff that last time I floated the river was in 1984, and it's different in 2021, I promise you. But again, it looks like things, from the government aspect of it, the political aspect of it, what's going on, all the rules and regulations that are constantly being we're bombarded with God. It is still possible for God to turn this nation around, but we've got to let God be God. And the church, not the world. I don't expect the world to turn to God. It can't. It's unable to.
House.
But it's got to start with us. When we start saying, all things are possible with God, nothing is impossible, and do what Mary responded, and this is the key to this. Mary responded, I am the Lord's servant. May everything you have said about me come true. And it said, then Gabriel left. But you are the Lord's servant.
Yes,
if you'll serve him in Jesus' name. And everything that God says in his word that you can have, you can have. If you don't have peace, if you don't have joy, that's not God's fault.
No,
it's your fault, because it's there. It's available to all of us, And I started reading some Jocko Willink books. I don't know a year ago, maybe something like that. And I got some at the house, got some here at the church, got a calendar up there, and I read a lot of his stuff because the discipline he taught, and it's not a religious book. There's some religious little connotations here and there in it, but it's not some churchy book or talking about salvation, but it's about bettering yourself.
Sometimes.
He gets rough,
It can be rough
in that. But it's true. If you'll do that and follow that discipline plan and throw motivation out, because there's a lot of times, I go to the gym almost every day. If I don't go every day, I work out some at the motel room, the gym that we stayed in when we went down Friday and Saturday, then come back Sunday. But the gym was closed and stuff, so I actually picked up the suitcases. They was heavy. Of course, Lori, all the clothes and stuff in it, and lifted those and squatted with those and did push-ups and went and run the stairs up and down in the hallway. People look at me, I'd see somebody come in, of course, I'd stop and get out of their way, and went and asked the guy up front, hey, is it okay to exercise because the gym's closed? And, oh, yeah, that's fine. It was the back stairwell. So, there's ways to get around not going to the gym, but I didn't feel like that. My motivation level at times is horrible, but in order to stay in shape, and I always feel better. It hurts when I do it, but in the long term, I feel a lot better than I did. So again, you just got to be disciplined, and nothing's impossible with God. If you need to change, how you eat, if you need to change lifestyles to a healthier lifestyle in the physical, but most importantly in the spiritual, God's already done it. We've got to do the physical, but God's already done the spiritual, and that's why Jesus said it's finished.
Yeah, so and we need to be able to say, Lord, here am I.
Mm-hmm.
Here am I.
I'm your servant. I'm the Lord's servant. And God will use you, and he's no respecter of persons. What he'll do for me or you, he won't do or will do for me.
That's right.
And you need to respond and remember that nothing, when you're facing an impossible task or something you're up against right now is impossible, know that it's impossible for you, but it's possible with God.
Yes,
so God bless y'all. Hope that you have a great Tuesday.
Yes.
What do we got coming up?
We have children.
I just went blank.
We have the youth
kids tomorrow.
At 6, and then the kids at 7 and adults at 7. Come right at 7. Don't come any earlier because our little kids do still use the sanctuary. So
and they get out here right at about 7.
Yeah.
We started at 7:05 last week, but we didn't have very many little kids here. They was playing baseball and wrapping up their season. A couple swim parties.
Summer has
on.
been pretty low for us and our kids, and we hope that they will come back, and eventually once school starts, I'm sure that they will. But it has been a little bit down.
Yeah, our youth was up our older kids' numbers, so it's ebb and flow. It happens every year in the summertime, vacations,
Summertime
camps.
is rough in church. Let me just tell you, summertime's rough.
And a lot of people go to church camps going on and everything. So anyhow, that's going on Wednesday at 6 and 7. Adult Bible study at 7. We'll be in there, like I said, come about 7:05 and we'll kick off and be started. We're studying the book of Acts. I'm kind of skimming the book of Acts.
Right.
Hitting the high points. We'll be doing that Wednesday. Church work day Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. If it's not raining. I know they're up in the forecast of rain. So
every time we do a church work day, it rains.
Yeah. But if you do want to come and you set aside, we have some work inside we can do.
Yes.
We can do some more cleaning and stuff, some deep cleaning. If you want to come, I'll be out here, rain or shine, 8 o'clock, Lord willing, Saturday morning. If I can get up and move, I'll be here. So if you want to come out, we'll have cinnamon rolls and some muffins and cookies and coffee from Sweet Perks.
I'll just come for that.
If you want to come eat a cinnamon roll, come on. Come out, fella. If it's raining, we'll sit around and talk. And we're always up for that. So me and Kelly and Lori and Doug and Billy and Chris hung around last night for quite a while.
We had good conversations. It was just fun, just a fellowship.
We're always up for a good fun time, talk and visit, and come on. So we'd love to see you Sunday morning, 9 and 11. Lord willing, I'll be back in the pulpit. Appreciate the bishop, Brother Mark Jackson.
Good message. If you weren't here Sunday, go back and watch Sunday's message. Sunday morning. First service especially, it was just so good.
I watched part of the first service and watched it later
So good.
on late Sunday night.
Yeah.
I watched before I went to bed, so Brother Mark always brings a good
He does
message.
bring a good
I didn't
message.
watch the second, but I did watch the first, and it was good. So you can check that. It's on our Facebook page,
Yes.
Crossroads Community Church. Get on there, click on it. You'll find it. It'll have the date and first service. Click on that, and you can watch it. So it's all going on. So thank you to our sponsors. They're scrolling across the screen, or at least I think they are.
Yeah,
They
they
Connor?
are.
Okay, so
And our
sponsors are
security team
scrolling,
is
so-
also having
Oh,
the
yeah.
training on
Forgot.
Sunday. If you're part of the security team, please be here for that training. It's important, and they're going to go over a lot of things, disruption in services and such as that, because there have been a whole lot more of those going on in the world lately.
Yes. Churches are being overwhelmed right now with disruptive
really
folks
are.
and services and issues, and we got some Stop the Bleed stuff
Yes.
going. Disruptive people, active shooter stuff. We've got all that going. We got some guys coming in to train on that.
So
And
if you
so
can, please just come. and
Connor's going to
make
be
sure.
sending y'all a text to remind you. So if you
Yes.
see that or a strange number come up the text that you don't have his number in your phone, that'll be him, because we need our folks there. And if you
Yes.
want to be on our safety team, come out to it. We can do the paperwork for you and
Right.
get you on, tell you what you need to have. And we're going to be going to the range here shortly and doing some actual live fire stuff. Ammunition's come down. The church has been buying a little bit along. Us will have some. So if you don't have any that we can use and get everybody qualified again this year. We didn't last year with COVID going on much, so we're going to get that stuff back up to speed, get that done, and have it on record. So again, safety team folks, don't forget, if
Yes.
you'd like to be part of that, come on, and we would love to have you come on that. So God bless y'all. Remember, it's faith over fear, Christ over crisis. And again, if your kids need a ride, the vans are running.
Yes.
So Mark will be back this week. He had a ball game last week, and Lori and Don run the buses. So Lori and Mark, probably with Don on there and Bill Spade, Case, and whoever, we rotate our drivers when we need to. So and our assistant driver. So God bless y'all. Have a great Tuesday.